Welcome back. If you're new here, let's recap. We're Adam and Vicky, who sailed our 40-foot sailboat from New Zealand to Fiji with the help of our friends Garth and Elizabeth, and then set sail, just the two of us, from Fiji to Vanuatu and then New Caledonia. It's a big, beautiful world out there, and we're determined to see as much of it as we can. Join us now as we fly back to New Zealand for work commitments so we can fill up the sailing kitty again. If you'd like to support our journey, please support our channel by clicking the subscribe button and leaving us a comment. A big thank you to you for watching, and a massive thank you to our Patreons for your support and help making this possible. Now, back to the video.
So tomorrow's going to be an exciting day because we're going to go back to basics and we're going to learn how to fish. We really need to improve our luck with fishing aboard. We've tried several times, but no joy just yet.
It's off!
Yeah.
Oh no!
It's off. We're so close that time. It was a solid fish.
We've sailed from New Zealand to New Caledonia, a total of 3,300 nautical miles, and we've never landed a fish. Not one single fish, despite Adam being a very successful fisherman in the past.
This is the second time now, that we've had something on.
Third.
This is the third time.
Third.
So it's a patience game. And patience is something we have lots of. So what we're doing is we're going to catch up with a uni friend, Andy. Andy's a really keen fisherman. He's really into kayak fishing.
This is Andy, an experienced kayak fisherman. Andy has been kayak fishing for the past 8 years along New Zealand's coastline, showcasing his fishing adventures on his YouTube channel, Kings of Andy, and has recently become the proud owner of Stealth Kayaks NZ Limited. There isn't much Andy doesn't know about fishing. Besides being a good friend, we've collaborated with Andy because we need to learn some basics and break Taiko's track record of failing to land a fish on passage.
I think he's pretty excited from what I can tell, and tomorrow we're going to be heading out on the water with Andy. No doubt we'll be up early and we'll go and see if I can learn a few more skills that I can take back so that we can have more fish in our diet aboard Te Tāiko. So let's see how this goes.
This is a Rapala. So
The end.
The end.
Welcome, Andy.
How is it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Made it. I didn't
did.
drop a kayak.
Awesome.
Good mate. Yourself?
Yeah.
With Andy now here, it was time to get serious and go through some basics.
So if you're on the boat, on the tender, let's say, and you want to go and catch a little reef species, a soft boat rod is great just because you can have them broken down. Like you could have a travel one, a 3-piece one, just have it out of the way in the kayak, or even just somewhere in the boat. So you can throw a soft bait around. You can throw a little lure around like this. So if there's mahi or tuna or something nearby that you can cast to. A little bit challenging casting, I guess, from the sailboat, just because there's a lot of crap in the way.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
But if you were going after sort of reef species or whatever, that sort of thing, that would be my recommendation. If you're trolling on the back of the sailboat, and again, there's probably videos out there about this. Some guys, I think, just use a line, like literally a
handrail.
They use like a bungee cord line. I think they call. You might need to look it up, but it's quite a clever technique where effectively you're trolling something like this, a Rapala, on a heavy hand line.
Yes.
But you put a bungee cord in so that when it gets hit, because when these get hit by a big fish, you need something to take that tension. If it's just line, it'll just go ping and you've lost your $50.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that's what we've got. We've got some shock cord.
And
a loop of it, and it's tied off on the shock cord, so it's always fishing on that.
Yeah.
And we back up the nylon line on a cleat.
Yeah.
So by the slack.
Yeah. Yeah, so that should work. Otherwise, you're looking at getting something with a fishing reel similar to that sort of style, where you're running the Rapala off this, and when the fish takes, it's going to start stripping line, and then you've got to fight the fish back to the boat.
So is that reel better than this reel for doing that? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, these sort of style of overhead reels are probably better for running a Rapala. But again, it's kind of what you're used to and what's easier. So we'll play with both tomorrow and see what works out.
Nice.
So we'll walk through how to set this up. So first things first. So this has got 2 types of line on it. So the first thing is the main backing, which is braid. So we'll just get this back down to the braid. So this is the braided line, which I guess if you've done fly fishing before, you know what braid is.
Yeah.
Incredibly tough stuff. This is I'm running Taz line. This is amazing stuff.
Yep.
This is I think £20, but it breaks at probably like 35 or something ridiculous. It's the same width as a £20 line.
It's thin, eh?
Thin as. Be really careful with this. If you get this tapped around you like on your fingers or something, it cuts. So you just got to be a little bit cautious with it.
Okay. Yep.
So when you're running braid, you do need something at the end, which is called our leader.
Andy stepped us through many of the basics of fishing, which we will be adopting aboard Taiko.
It's got a sinker on there just to keep it down a little bit lower in the water.
Yep.
I've got a little clever trick there that stops the sinker from hitting the hook, which is just a little bit of rubber band. When a kingfish grabs this, you'll get this sort of sound.
Right. Yeah.
And you'll panic and freak like most of us do. But we kind of like let them eat.
Okay.
So
let them run.
Kingfish are a bit fickle. They'll either whack it in one go and run like crazy, and you've got a kingfish on. Otherwise, they'll sort of whack the fish and they try and turn them around because they eat head first.
Okay.
So they're induction feeders, so they actually come up to a live bait and they'll sort of try and turn it in with their mouths, and they'll turn it, and then it's sort of like a double movement or a couple of movements. Like real exercise tomorrow, just to let you know that.
With life jacket fitted, Adam was now ready to get out on the water and catch us a fish.
Morning.
What's happening today, Andy?
We're going fishing.
We're going to go fishing.
We're not drowning Adam. That's what we're doing today.
Well, we'll see.
We're going to catch fish.
Yeah. So we're up early.
Up
Pretty early.
late.
Ooh. Yeah.
Nah, just kidding. We're up early. We're gonna jump on these beasts, get on some kayaks, and go out and teach Adam how to catch some kai, and hopefully bring it home and cook it up.
Let's
That's
see how this goes. It's going to be interesting, eh?
Should be good.
Good day for it.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a cracker.
Yeah.
We are in for a nice day on the water either way, whether we catch fish or not.
Looking good.
Adventure, here we come.
All right, let's go.
Alright, how are you feeling about today?
I'm excited. I think it's a good day to be doing it, and Andy's definitely the person to be going with, so that's good. I think there's going to be a different muscle group used compared to usual, so it might be a bit sore afterwards, I think. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, what we see out there.
Are you scared?
No, it'll be good. Just take it easy.
Alright, and my question, the most important question, did you ever think 2 friends from university who've been successful would become YouTubers?
That is a surprise. It is a surprise, but it's cool because it's sort of actually given us an excuse to properly reconnect.
Yes.
Like we caught up a few times in the last few years, but now we've done a sleepover and we're going out on the water, so it's pretty cool, it's healthy.
And in terms of Taiko, what's the significance with Andy?
Yeah, so Andy was the first to come aboard actually once we bought Taiko, and it was at Gulf Harbour in Auckland, He was awesome, came down, had a look at it with us, sat on board and talked about the future. So much for this experience, a little koha from Te Tāiko to Kingston Landing.
Awesome. Thank you very much, mate.
Protection. You'll see it over here at some stage.
Put it on right now, mate.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
So
Thank you so much.
Full wraparound. So
sorry, catch. You've been replaced.
whoa.
There you go.
Looking smart.
Hide from the sun. So let's get out there and catch you a fish, mate. Before that sun gets too high and they disappear.
I'm super excited. Yeah. Awesome. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
We are lucky buggers, aren't we, mate?
It's a pretty good decision to be out here today.
What is it about the sea that makes you drawn to it?
I like the connections. You know, you can go places. Everywhere's connected by the sea.
Yeah.
And yeah, the
Feel
adventures.
like you're part of the sea.
Sometimes.
When you're really wet.
Yeah.
Whichever direction you're drifting, try and cast into the drift.
Oh, right. Into the drift. So you're coming over the top of it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, again, it's not too bad weather, so all we do is cast it out like so. Don't worry about casting too far. But the difference here is set your drag a lot tighter, so it's sort of hardish to pull.
Yeah.
And you're right with the egg beater for casting? Like, you know what you're doing with that?
Yeah, the bail.
Bail open and then just hold with your finger and then throw and point effectively where you want to cast. Oh yeah. So flick your bail open over, sort of assume it's 10 meters, so give it like 10 seconds to drop.
Okay.
That's a good sort of time, but try and keep your line like in touch with it. See how it's all coiling? You want to kind of just be in touch with it. Let's just say that's nearly 10 seconds, and then you just keep your rod tip down, because when you're lifting up, you need room to lift up. And then you're just sort of feeling it. You should be able to feel the lure a little bit. It's pretty small and that's quite heavy gear, but it's slower. Like half turns are a good one. It's for a mental thing. There you go, you got fish on. There you go, Adam. Alright, now just keep the rod tip down, and then sort of just lift and wind, that's it. And his first fish from the kayak. Took him one cast. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be a little snapper.
Yeah.
And then don't wind it all the way up, so just let some line out so you've got like a rod length of line. And then what you're going to do is just grab, again, so right hand hold the rod out to the right.
Yep.
Left hand grab the line.
Okay, above the fish.
Above the fish, yeah. If it's a bigger fish, you want to slide down to the jig head and actually grab the jig head.
Okay. Yep.
So it just controls it a bit more. Then put the rod in the rod holder if you can. Yeah, that's it. You might need to undo the bail arm, just so you've got a bit more. Yeah.
That's it. And then now you can deal with the snapper. So he's a little guy, he's definitely undersized.
Yeah.
All I do with this little guy is literally grab the jig head
Yep.
and then turn it, and so he falls off effectively. So,
Bit of a pull on grip.
and then, yep, and just turn him around and away he goes.
Nice, man.
Boom!
Awesome. That's awesome.
That's it. Well done. Now, rinse and repeat and get a big one. Okay.
We've got a fish for dinner. So
You have a fish for dinner.
the trout's broken. It's a legal fish. We just measured it, 36 centimetres, and it's going in Andy's fish bin. So good start to the day.
There we go. We have fish on.
Nice one, man. Thanks so
well
much.
done you, man.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
That's like, there you go. You've caught a fish that's edible.
Sweet. That's a great outcome.
And literally with a tiny little soft bait. Now, one thing with your bail arm and the soft bait, just to keep an eye on, mate.
Oh, yep.
You're actually fishing right now, so you might have a fish on. Just bear in mind that when you drop it over the side and the bail arm's open, it's going to go down to the bottom.
Okay. Yeah. Got you.
Awesome.
All right. Onwards. Andy's got a fish and he's getting towed across the bay. It's pretty entertaining. Woohoo! Yeah, he's moving around pretty well. Must have a bit of strength to it, but it is really beautiful out here this morning. Very calm, bit of a swell washing up on the rocks, and fish are here, which is entertaining. Just watching Andy getting pulled around by fish at the moment. What have you got, Andy?
I don't know, mate. It's going to be a bit of a ride, I think.
Awesome.
Much ground on him. I think it's a big snapper.
Yeah. He thinks it's a big snapper, so he's now getting towed back the other way. He's going backwards and forwards. He's on a light rod.
Trying to put me in the rocks. Good leader. Good. Oh yeah, nice snapper.
Nice work, Andy.
Not our catch, so not our fish story to tell. But if you'd like to know the size of this fish Andy caught and what he did with it, head over to his channel. It's a whopper.
Mr. Turtle.
Hey Andy, what's for lunch?
That would be a Marmite sandwich, mate. A real one.
What a great place to have a Marmite sandwich.
I haven't had a Marmite sandwich in about 20 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just taking a bit of a lunch break. Easterly's just filled in a little bit.
How was it?
That was so much fun.
Was it?
Yeah. Andy caught a massive massive snapper,
Yeah.
and I brought a couple of for dinner.
Did you?
We got dinner sorted.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It was a bit slow after the start, but
Started off a bit
definitely the wind died off and we just sat there and enjoyed the sunset.
Andy had a turtle swimming around his
You're
leg at
joking.
one stage.
What, today?
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah, just out there.
Sort of looked around the corner. So,
You never know, eh?
and Adam had a kingfish cruising around his, but
Yeah.
it was not playing ball.
Thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please remember to like the video and subscribe. It's free and helps us out. If you're interested in kayak fishing, head over to Kings with Andy and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Thank you again for watching, and a huge thank you to our patrons for their continued support. See you next time.
Go.